G'day, it's Jason here from In Search of Australia. Today I'm going to see where to get the most sapphires at Sapphire Bend public fossicking area. I'm going to test a few theories, compare the results, and hopefully give you a good guide as to where you can find the most sapphires here. So my plan of attack is to try 4 different areas with different characteristics and test to see how many sapphires I get in those areas. So I'll draw out about the same amount of gravel and we'll see what we get. So this hole here is somewhere that I've actually been regularly going to and chipping away slowly, but then I discovered someone else has discovered it and almost completely cleaned it out. Bastards! Oh well, may as well try somewhere else. Bucket 2 is where a tree has fallen and the roots have ripped out the ground to get us closer to the gravel layer. In this spot there was a whole lot of larger rocks that have been dug up. The gravel layer continues underneath where there's some more granite boulders there. So that will be this bucket. So this spot is on the right hand side walking into the prospecting area. I had a little dig there. Someone had already started the hole, but they didn't really go all the way down through the gravel layer, and it's a whole surface area there to dig up. I think it's time for a montage. He's looking at you, Edgar Wright. This is serious, Mum. Here are the buckets of wash and gravel that were collected. Bucket 1 was from what used to be my little secret stash hole that seems to have been dug out. Bucket 2 is from under a fallen tree where there was a pocket of gravel. Bucket 3 was sort of where there was a large riverbed of boulders near a tree. And bucket 4 was to the other side of the road on the right hand side, quite shallow and soft gravel. When you look at this gravel layer, you'll notice that there's lots of little different rocks and crystals in it already. Having this sort of rich wash usually means you're going to have a lot of success. 0 out of 1 sieve. 0 of 1. And like Old Faithful, we get another sapphire from my spot. Bucket 1, out of 2, 1 sapphire. 2 out of 3. So 2 out of 3 for bucket 1, 0 out of 2 for bucket 2. So bucket 4, a nice start, 1 out of 1. Bucket 4, 1 out of 2 now. Bucket 4, 1 out of 3. Bucket 3, 1 out of 1. Bucket 3, 1 out of 3. Bucket 1 got 11 sapphires in the pan. Bucket 2 got 3 sapphires in the pan. Bucket 3 got 1 sapphire. and bucket 4 got 0 sapphires, but 1 nice zircon. So my conclusion is, you can get sapphires almost anywhere as long as you're digging into the gravel. However, if you go shallow, so what I mean by that is the gravel layers a lot more shallow, there tended to be less sapphires. When it's deeper, and obviously the river at that point must have been a deeper level, you get a lot more sapphires and a lot more success. So I'm going to continue on and take what I've seen in terms of the test results and try a few areas again to see if they're successful. So because my secret area got completely wiped out,
Bastards!
we went to area 2 and gathered a lot more there to see how we go. I also added a black sheep. The black bucket is from an undisclosed area that I just sort of noticed as I was walking around. So we'll see how that goes compared to area 2 at first. So area number 2 definitely has sapphires and a couple of zircon. The little tip to the left is actually from the black sheep. A surprising discovery was in area 2, there was a really nice little chip of gold. I ventured off into the forest to the right hand side of the road going into the prospecting area and thought I'd do a little exploratory dig. Unfortunately, I reached the clay level that's usually under the gravel bed from the river. So what that suggests is the river is sort of restricted to that area that the prospecting area has been allocated to. And obviously people have realised that because there's not many holes out here. So the conclusion is that there is a riverbed that has its limits in that public prospecting area. You can go beyond it and you need to make sure you're within that area. Anywhere that you find gravel, you possibly will get a sapphire, so the potential is absolutely anywhere in that area. The ones that gave the most sapphires were the heavier gravel, like concrete, a lot thicker and usually a lot deeper. So when you're going through the area there, you will probably try and get to those spots. So have a look around at the holes that are there already and choose like that.